Well then, if you're as curious about the ancient world as we are, you'll want to stick around. Go on, give Secrets of the Ancients a follow so you don't miss a single discovery.
Hey there, and welcome to Secrets of the Ancients. We're thrilled to have you join us on this journey into the past. If you enjoy exploring history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment below. Your support really helps us keep digging up these incredible stories.
Right, let's get started. There's a lot to uncover.
And at the end of our adventure today, just a quick reminder. Thanks so much for listening in. Remember to follow Secrets of the Ancients and be sure to catch our future videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We appreciate you being part of our community.
Cleopatra's mysterious tunnel, the last clue to her lost tomb.
In 2022, archaeologist Kathleen Martinez from the University of Santo Domingo made a discovery that could forever change our understanding of Egyptian history. While excavating at the ancient temple of Taposiris Magna, she uncovered a 13-meter-long underground tunnel, an impressive feat of ancient engineering. This hidden passageway, buried more than 13 meters below ground, has been compared to the famous Eupalinian tunnel in Greece, known for its incredible precision.
Beyond its architectural complexity, this tunnel might actually hold the key to finding Cleopatra's lost tomb. For over a decade, I've pursued a theory that challenges the traditional belief that Cleopatra was buried in Alexandria. According to my research, based on ancient texts, Egypt's last pre-Roman queen might instead have been buried beside her lover Mark Antony in a temple dedicated to Isis, the Egyptian mother goddess.
During our excavations at Taposiris Magna, the team discovered coins bearing Cleopatra's likeness and golden artifacts, further suggesting the site's strong connection to the queen. And now, with the discovery of this tunnel, the chances of finding her tomb are closer than ever.
Cleopatra VII wasn't just a ruler. She was a skilled political strategist and a brilliant intellectual. She spoke several languages, including Greek, Egyptian, Hebrew, Latin, and Arabic, which helped her negotiate with foreign diplomats and rule her kingdom effectively. Her knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, and medicine made her one of the most educated figures of her time. It's even said she wrote a medical treatise that included remedies and beauty recipes.
But beyond her intelligence, Cleopatra's political wisdom strengthened Egypt's economy by expanding trade routes and stockpiling essential resources like grain. Throughout history, she's been depicted as a symbol of power, beauty, and intellect, a woman who challenged a male-dominated world and left an indelible mark on history.
Despite archaeological progress, Cleopatra's tomb remains an unsolved mystery. Yet the tunnel at Taposiris Magna could represent a turning point in this ancient quest. If her tomb is ever found, it would be one of the most astonishing discoveries in human history. The question is, are we about to witness the unveiling of one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world?
Number 2. Egypt's largest mummification workshop.
In Egypt, a team of Czech archaeologists made a surprising discovery at the Ālāpū necropolis, the largest known embalming workshop ever found. Discovered by the Czech Institute of Egyptology from Charles University in Prague, the workshop dates back to the 26th dynasty and contained more than 350 ceramic jars used to store mummification materials. These jars were organized into 14 distinct groups, and some still held remains of the substances once used in embalming.
Among the most notable finds were 4 canopic jars made of limestone, inscribed with the name of Jehutemhat, son of Lady Irturu and a military commander of Egypt's Foreign Legion. Strangely, although the jars were prepared and rituals were performed, they seem never to have been used, suggesting Jehutemhat either recovered from a serious illness or his family rejected the embalming. Number 3. The lunar calendar secret.
Why does a year have 365 days? The answer takes us back to ancient Egypt. Egyptians developed the first solar calendar with the same number of days we still use, but over 5,000 years ago, they actually used a lunar calendar divided into 12 months of 29 or 30 days each, starting with the new moon. This meant their year was about 10 or 11 days shorter than ours.
To make up the difference, every 2 years they added an extra month. Imagine having a 13th month every couple of years. Even after adopting a solar calendar, it was different from ours. Instead of 4 seasons, they had 3: flood season, planting season, and summer. Egypt didn't have cold winters or white Christmases.
Traces of this ancient calendar still survive today in temples like Kom Unlike the massive stone-carved Mayan calendars, the Egyptian version was more like the paper calendars we stick on our fridge. Their months had names like Thoth, Mesora, and Phaophi, and they celebrated festivals dedicated to gods like Osiris, Horus, Set, Isis, and Nephthys.
Surprisingly, the Egyptian system became the basis for the Gregorian calendar we use today, introduced in 1582. Many countries were slow to adopt it. Britain, for instance, didn't switch until 1752, and when it did, it had to drop 11 days, so September 2nd was immediately followed by September 14th. This sudden loss of days confused people so much that some protested, believing they were losing part of their wages. But in the end, things settled down, and today, our calendar still traces its roots back to ancient Egypt. Number 4. Tutankhamun's folding camping bed.
So, new research suggests that King Tutankhamun might have actually slept on what's now considered the world's oldest folding camping bed. Researchers from Musashino University in Tokyo analysed a small model of an ancient Egyptian bed and proposed it as the first three-part folding bed ever made.
That's right.
The bed, which was discovered by Howard Carter back in 1922, had 4 lion-shaped wooden legs and copper alloy hinges to help spread out the weight.
Folding it was tricky, so the craftsmen added special joints to reduce the stress on the wood. Its design was pretty complex, you know. Even though Tutankhamun suffered from disabilities and had to use a cane, he dreamed of going hunting and camping.
What's really interesting is that researchers believe this bed reflected the young king's personal interests.
His bed, shaped for travel, just goes to show that even with health challenges, he imagined exploring beyond the palace walls.
Number 5. Egypt's mysterious ancient observatory.
The ancient Egyptians had astonishing astronomical knowledge that, honestly, still baffles modern scientists.
I mean, how could a civilization living in mud brick homes and worshipping crocodiles track the stars with such precision?
Some people speculate they had help from otherworldly beings, but that really underestimates their creativity, if you ask me.
Recently, archaeologists found what could be the oldest and largest Egyptian astronomical observatory ever discovered in the ancient city of Buto, a place that's rarely been explored before.
The observatory was built from mud brick in an L shape, with a special platform where a priest called the Sky Watcher could track the sun and stars for hours on end.
And here's the wild part. They didn't have telescopes or advanced tools. These priests relied only on their eyes and their knowledge.
How did they spot planets like Mercury and Venus? And how could they tell the difference between stars and planets without modern instruments?
At first, researchers thought they'd found a temple. But when they discovered inscriptions related to astronomy and a huge stone sundial, they realized it was actually an ancient observatory over 3,000 years old.
Back then, the skies were clearer, without today's light pollution. But there are still questions. Did they use some kind of lenses we haven't found yet? How did they manage such precise calculations?
One thing's for sure, the ancient Egyptians were far smarter than we ever imagined. This find might just change everything we thought we knew about their knowledge of the cosmos.
Number 6. Thousands of ram heads at Abidos.
In early 2023, excavations at the Temple of Ramses II in Abidos, southern Egypt, led by a team from New York University's Institute for the Study of the Ancient World, uncovered at least 2,000 mummified ram heads from the Ptolemaic period, along with remains of other animals.
This discovery offers new insight into the site's significance and its long history of devotion.
Over a span of more than 2,000 years, it's believed that the mummified ram heads were lavish offerings, symbolizing the continued reverence for Ramses even 1,000 years after his death.
The team also uncovered a large, impressive building with walls about 5 meters thick, dating back to the 6th dynasty of the Old Kingdom.
Alongside this, they found many statues, papyrus fragments, remains of ancient trees, leather garments, and shoes.
Abidos, located in Sohag Governorate, is an important archaeological site in Egypt. It served as a burial place for Egypt's earliest royal families and as a pilgrimage center for the worship of Osiris.
These recent discoveries provide a rare opportunity to recreate what the ancient landscape of Abidos looked like before the construction of Ramses' temple. While Tutankhamun's golden death mask is the most famous of its kind, it's certainly not the only one. The stunning funerary mask of Wenebend, a general in the army around 1500 BCE, is a true masterpiece. Made of gold and decorated with colourful glass paste, the mask has strikingly crafted eyes and eyebrows. It covered the general's face, neck and ears, stopping at the forehead where it was secured by 6 small pierced tabs. Wenebend's facial features were finely detailed, giving an idealized image with a slight smile, perfectly shaped nose and full lips. Curiously, the ears are asymmetrical, with the left one sticking out more than the right. His tomb, discovered by Pierre Montet in the royal necropolis of Tanis, contained not just the golden mask, but also many pieces of jewellery, including pectorals, bracelets and golden statues. Among the most notable finds were 3 finely crafted gold and silver bowls and a lapis lazuli statue of a ram. 4 canopic jars were also discovered, along with many meteorite jewellery pieces found outside the coffin. Recent research revealed that an ancient Egyptian iron necklace bead, discovered in a tomb dating back 5,000 years, was actually made from a meteorite. First unearthed in 1911 at the Gertzer Cemetery about 40 miles south of Cairo, these tubular beads date to between 3350 BCE and 3600 BCE. They are among the oldest known uses of iron in ancient Egypt, long before the Iron Age there. Researchers suspected a cosmic origin from the start, as early analyses showed the metal was rich in nickel, a signature of iron meteorites. In the 1980s, some scientists questioned this, suggesting the high nickel content might have come from smelting. But scientists from the Open University and the University of Manchester recently performed detailed analyses using an electron microscope and X-ray CT scans. They confirmed the bead's nickel-rich composition did indeed come from a meteorite. They also observed a unique Widmanstätten pattern in the crystal structure, only found in meteorites that cooled slowly inside asteroids as the solar system formed. As reported by Nature, further tests showed the bead wasn't cast in heat, but rather cold-shaped and hammered into its final form. This discovery sheds new light on the skills of ancient Egyptians and their early use of extraterrestrial materials in making valuable artifacts. In 2020, while planning a new sports complex in Corinaldo, Italy, archaeologists discovered one of the most remarkable Iron Age burials in Italy. Although the identity of the buried man is unknown, grave goods, including a chariot, suggest he was royalty, perhaps a prince or even a king. He likely belonged to the Picene culture, a tribe that lived on Italy's Adriatic coast about 2,700 years ago. The Piceni were trading partners with ancient Greeks, but were wiped out by the Romans in 286 CE, erasing their culture. The burial included a bronze helmet, shield, weapons, and over 100 ceramic vessels, clear signs of high status. Some old buildings are beautiful, but, few can really rival the acoustic brilliance of Ālāpū, built during the Safavid era of the Persian Empire in the early 17th century in Naqsh-e-Jahan Square, Isfahan. The most famous room inside is the music hall, where the king hosted guests and royal banquets. Scholars and architects consider it an acoustic masterpiece. The double walls, carved with vase-shaped niches, absorbed sound and created a 4-channel sound system centuries before modern electrical technology. If you stand in the centre and clap, you won't hear an echo, despite the hall's huge size. This ingenious design meant everyone could clearly hear live musicians playing instruments like the setar and Comanche without distortion. The niches worked as sound diffusers, demonstrating incredible acoustic engineering from 400 years ago. A team of archaeologists unearthed remarkably lifelike mummy portraits and other artifacts in the ancient Egyptian city of Philadelphia. These portraits realistically captured the appearance of the deceased. Other finds included a funerary building, a statue of the goddess Sisiphoridite, and papyri inscribed in both Demotic and Greek, offering deeper insight into the community's society, economy, and religion. The portraits' owners were likely middle or upper class, given the cost of commissioning such detailed paintings. It's a historic discovery because mummy portraits are rare, and excavation in the area is challenging. Temples played a crucial role in the ancient world. Whatever civilization you look at, you'll always find grand temples dedicated to the gods. A striking example is the Serapeum of Alexandria, a site that bridged two worlds. Although Alexandria is in Egypt, the temple itself had Greek cultural roots and was located in the Greek district of the city. The Serapeum became a major destination for pilgrims and tourists alike. It was famous for its supposed healing powers, attracting people from everywhere hoping for relief from illness. It was also known for its fertility rituals, drawing couples seeking blessings to have children. These examples show just how influential temples were back then, offering hope for a better life. Few archaeological sites can match the importance of King Tutankhamun's tomb. Its discovery in 1922 by Howard Carter's team sparked worldwide fascination with Egyptian history and archaeology. Media attention alone turned it into one of the most iconic archaeological sites ever. It even fueled stories about the curse of King Tut, after several people involved died under mysterious circumstances. The team later admitted they made up the curse to scare off potential tomb robbers. Ironically, even after its discovery, many mysteries remain about Tutankhamun's reign, parentage, and even why he wasn't buried in a tomb fit for a greatly loved pharaoh. Despite these unanswered questions, the tomb is a vital part of archaeological history and will be treasured